All right, good morning, everybody. We have got a brand new Monday on our hands. Um, all right, well, I've got a few things I was going to go over here this morning. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I actually made a few notes today so I could try to keep somewhat online so I don't confuse so many of you people. I know, or so when you're out there listening, Troy starts going one way and it's not where I sometimes wanted to go. So, yesterday I was in church and I was listening to the sermon, and we also do a children's sermon, and the our pastor does such a good job, and we've got another guy in there. His name is Ryan. He always does a children's sermon, and they both do such a good job of speaking and staying on point. And I'm in there taking mental notes on, like, okay, all right, yeah, I got to be better at that. They just really stick to their point. They really know how to tell their story and really get their point across. And I'm taking some mental notes, so I'm learning every day for you guys. So I don't know if you guys noticed, Bee's back, so we're excited to have her back for she's back on spring break this week. So she actually came into town on, when was it, last Thursday night. She came in, came straight back to Orlando. We were up in the Villages visiting Kim and Randy for the night with the book club, and I came to you from their patio on Friday morning. So she's been here all weekend working on new stuff for Timeless with Courtney and some of the new stuff that we've got coming for you. In fact, I put on one of my new shirts that I've been working on, that just kind of to give you an idea on some of the stuff we're doing with the guys' shirts. I've also got a Timeless logo, but my logo it's a little bit different than the girls with how they've got their dragonfly. I was like, well, dragonflies are nice. Who doesn't love a dragonfly, and their meaning and everything, but I don't know many guys, at least not my type of guys, that are going to be running around with a dragonfly on their shirt. So I thought, I'm going to do something a little bit different, and we're going to have like a rifle and a barbell across for our tee, and that's going to be the guys' tee. So a couple things that guys I know enjoy. Put a nice little bottle of Jack right next to it for the I. The M is kind of like a metal plate for all our metal workers out there. Of course, the US of AE. The L, I got made it with kind of wooden planks there to symbolize all our construction workers. Of course, we got the E for our Army and all our armed forces. And then I got a couple electrical light boltings just for power back there to finish off the S. So that was kind of my first shirt that I put together here for the guys, and I'm gonna have it on different color shirts and stuff like that. And I want to probably be putting different slogans underneath our Timeless logo. I might have like a Timeless grinder, just different sayings like that you'll be able to see here before too long. So just kind of my new shirt and what is going on with that. I got to try keeping up with the girls. They're always on me. It's like, Dad, what's going on with your line? What's... And I'm like, oh, God. You know what I do every day? I tell them, it's one thing after the next, so I've not I know everyone out there's busy, but, I've got green lawn starting to come up now. So it's a busy time for us with spring startups, and I've got my guys up there in Indy that are getting ready for the season to go. But of course, then we got Mount Dora and our Timeless Travels, and then of course we got Timeless Trends. I also help out. I'm designing an NFT right now for Prospects with Sports Illustrated for our Prospects division. And and then I've got another company with Dylan and my brothers that are starting crypto mining. So I think you guys all know about that too. So there's always lots going on down here with that kind of stuff. So I tell them I do my best, girls. So that's kind of with that. But I got up early this morning too. I came out and I've been making beef jerky lately. I don't know how many of you guys out there like beef jerky, but I think pretty much who doesn't like beef jerky, right? So I stumbled across a recipe that I wanted to try, and I started making it, I don't know, maybe about a week and a half ago. You know, my whole life I've been wanting to make beef jerky, and I'm like, all right, well, I don't know why I haven't tried it before now, but it's come out and God, it's really good. So I've been making it, and as fast as I make it, people are eating it. So, of course, you know, my girls, oh, Dad, you got to be selling this, you know? I'm like, all right, yeah, throw that on the rest of the list. So Courtney's got Courtney and Ryan have, what do you call those, vacuum sealers. So I think we're going to vacuum seal up some, and we may be sending that off to some people that with orders to see what you think of it, see if you like that out there. So that could be something that we're going to be doing here before too long to some of you guys that request a little jerky sample. So I got up this morning and made a batch of that. So it's been marinated for the last day or so. And as soon as one comes out, Val's like goes and gets me supplies. She always tells me lately that I've become like this. I've got an obsessive personality apparently. So once I start on something, I can't stop. And I guess that's kind of true. And then it wears off until I find the next thing. And as soon as that comes on, I hit that hard and heavy. So you guys will probably be hearing about beef jerky hard and heavy here for the next, I don't know, probably a month, and then I'll move on to something else. So oh, you know, one other thing I wanted to say about the weekend. My nephew Ryan Twerberg, he plays hockey up at UConn. They had a very big weekend this weekend. They won their first playoff game, and now they're into the semifinals of their conference championships, and they are heading to the Madison Square Garden this, I think it's either Thursday or it's Friday. So they've got a big game coming up. First time ever, I believe, for their team playing in this part of the tournament. And I think the first time that they've been playing in the Garden. So Todd's very excited. He's going to be heading there. I think him and Aunt Patty both will be going there. I'm not sure if any of the kids are or not, but we'll keep you up to date on that because obviously it's kind of very fun, exciting time for our family for that part of what's going on. And again, just very blessed to be able to, I guess, share that kind of experience for them. And I know we really enjoy it too. So, some of the hey Michelle, it's good to see you this morning. I'm glad you're able to hop on in the morning generally and listen to me for a little bit while you're getting ready for work. I was going to just kind of go when I'm talking every morning, sometimes at night I'm like, you know, for me the easiest part I think is telling stories and how they relate to other things I'm talking about. So I know a lot of times I or at least so far, I've been laying a lot out on the line for what I am and who my family is and how we've become what we are. And I do that basically just to kind of set up where I want to go in the future with this. So I'm just not some guy here talking that you're like, well, why is he saying this? Or how has he come to these decisions and conclusions? So I like to tell you of life events that have happened with me or my family or Val that helps me be able to relate to people's circumstances that I'm then able to share with you how I was able to get through a time like that in my life and what helped me. And one of the things I guess that I was going to share with you today, just because I know so many stories and so many things that I talk to you guys about in the upcoming future are going to be about things that I have conquered or things that I have defeated or things that I've, brought great successes to you guys. And I guess one of them is number 2 right there. I used to be a big partier, drank a lot, and the story is going to be on when I did quit drinking, but back in the day, I would put down quite a bit of booze. I think I started drinking probably like so many of us back in our teenage years. I was probably 16, 17, something like that, and would go to the parties around town and started just. I think I started probably pretty early with Windsor, and my friends up north know, of course, what that's like, a Canadian whiskey, and just it got to the point where over my life it got to where I was probably drinking every day. In fact, I know I was drinking every day. Probably the last 10 years, 15 years of when I was drinking, probably from would have been probably from when I was 30, mid 30s to into my early 50s, where I was drinking every day and drinking a lot. You know, you go to the doctor, and me and Galen always talk about this because it's funny. You know, you go in for your doctor appointment and say, "Do you drink?" And you say, "Yep." And they'll say, "How many? How many you drink a week?" And he'll say, you know, the doctor will say 5 to 10, and we'll go like, "Yeah, let's go with that." But you know, deep down, I've tried to calculate before, like, you know, at the time, how many drinks is that? Because probably, you know, during my heyday, I was drinking probably close to a gallon of whatever would be vodka or whiskey a week, you know, which is 1.75, a couple of those, you know. So, and you go through them slowly during the day. You know, you maybe have one in the morning and, you know, one in the afternoon, a couple at night, and not like, you know, you're wasted all day, you know, but I was kind of, I guess, what you'd call a functioning alcoholic. You know, I drank a lot, but I always thought, you know, I was getting stuff done. I ways of justifying it in my life was I never missed a day of work. I really never ever had a hangover. I was never violent. I was never said anything to my kids that I was sorry for, you know, when I was drinking. And so I just thought, you know, I got this under control. And I will get to you at some point in the future my reasons why I did stop drinking, and that will be a story for another day. But it'll be 3 years on July 6th. July 6th coming up with this year. Here in a few months, it'll be 3 years. And I remember where I was when I had my last drink. Exactly. I was at my nephew's house up in he's in Midland, but up by Bay City, Michigan. And Kyle wasn't even in town, I don't believe, at that time. I think he was up at his cabin or something, and he had let us stay there because we had an early flight to catch the next morning. And I think it was just me and Val around. And, you know, at the time, I don't even know if I realized it was going to be my last drink, but I might have psychologically. And it was a Windsor Diet. And I didn't, you know, at the time, I know I didn't finish it and say that was my last drink. But I think I woke up the next morning knowing that was it. I'm done. And like I said, I'll get into the reasons why I did it. But since I have done it, it's amazing on how my life has changed as far as everything. You know, everything has changed. And like I said, I thought I had everything under control, but man, it's amazing how much clearer, you know, your mind works. I think at the time I was probably walking around in a daze quite a bit, you know, and didn't realize so much stuff, what was going on in my life. And that has changed tremendously. And obviously you guys know I talk about God a lot and my belief and what it's done for me. And that was probably the strongest time and really when I really immersed myself in to God more than at any time, because I knew I was going to need his help to get through not only the drinking, but everything else that was going on with my life at that time. And did he come through? You bet he did. He came through like he always does, you know, and it was fantastic and fabulous, and he helps me every day. And I know so many out there listen to, he helps you every day too, and you are very thankful for it. I appreciate everything that God does for all of us, not only in my family, but in your family as well. I know I say it every day when I'm here talking to you. But do not ever be afraid to pray to God. Thank Him. Let Him know how much He means to you. Do it on a daily basis because He loves to hear from you. It's one of the great pleasures that you honestly will get when you're done with your prayer and speaking with God and telling Him what He means to you. It will warm your heart, and He will know how you feel about it as well. So I just always like to remind you guys of that, because and not that I need to. I know so many of you guys out there believe and have just as strong a belief as I do, and I love it, and that's why I love you guys, and I know that's why you enjoy watching us and my family as well. And it does mean a lot to us, and because we love sharing our life with you guys as well. It's just something fun for us to do that keeps our family together and always hopefully giving a smile for you guys. And I guess it's just kind of one of our ways of hopefully making everything a little bit better in all these crazy times we're going through. If you can turn on a family that you know you have a lot of strong ties to and a lot of the same beliefs, and you just enjoy watching them, I guess that's maybe something that God is helping us do for you guys and helping us do for ourselves as well, to just give everyone a little bit of joy and happiness from time to time. So I just wanted to share that quick story that I'm coming up on 3 years of since I stopped drinking. So a lot of times when you see me partying, I'm probably got a water or a Red Bull or something like that. And one thing, I was going to say, since I did stop drinking, honestly, for me, I don't know how to say it, but it really hasn't been a challenge at all. There hasn't been, not even, maybe in the beginning for a little bit, I was like, boy, I wonder if I should have a drink. But, like I said, every time I would I would close my eyes and I would think, God, help me get through this one for a little bit. And He always did. And probably, I would say after about a month, 2 months, it became to the point now where I honestly, I have no interest in having another drink. In fact, we were at City Walk probably a couple weeks ago, and Val is at the point where, we're in there and everyone's partying, having a great time. It's wild, and you're arm to arm with everybody, and she hands me her drink, and says, I need to go to the bathroom. Can you hold my drink? So I hold her drink in the middle of the bar, while she goes, and, not even did I need to take a sniff of it. So, like I said, I've been very lucky to be able to fight that demon off, and kind of share that with you guys today. And like I say, I will get into kind of some of my reasonings and stuff like that I've done, but I just want to, again, share another story with you to let you know who I am, where I'm coming from, and where I'm going to be going with this in the future. You guys know me. I love Mondays, so it was a great Monday to get out and talk to you guys right away. It looks like the sun is starting to kind of crack up around here. It's been really cold down here in Florida here the last couple days, so I know you guys probably don't care, and you probably are smiling and saying, good, we like seeing you guys suffer a little bit. So the warm weather will be coming, but for today, I think it's going to be a little chilly again, but it is what it is. So I know the girls they'll probably be popping on at some point today. I know everyone always likes to stop on and say hi and show you what we got cooking. And if not, tomorrow is Tuesday. I will be right back here live with you at 7 a.m. And always I'll always be dinking around. I usually now get up at 6 and I start preparing a little bit. I'll make a cup of coffee, get the news on, and see what's going on. And I was look at the clock and it's like 6:57. I'm like, oh my God, I gotta get going. And all of a sudden I gotta make my coffee and I'm turning stuff on and trying to get stuff typed on to here. And I'll be like, 7:02, I'm late again. So I'm going to try to do better at paying attention so I can be more timely for everyone so they know, and I should be better prepared that way. So that's one of my goals coming up here too. Like I said, so I will see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. sharp. And after that, we will be having Timeless Tuesday with the Twerbergs tomorrow night. So that's what's coming up in the next couple days. Everyone enjoy their Monday. I know it's going to be great for you. And we will see you back here tomorrow morning. Thanks, everyone.